All right, so I want to do a quick review of the November, how it's been, and I feel like I want to make sure I'm super transparent. In my defense, I feel like the market was not easy to capture at the lows, but we did, right? And I think what I want to take away from this is like no matter how the perception looks. Like a lot of traders always say when the market's going straight up that, everyone's process works. But I've been trading for a while now, and I could tell you not every time do I make money when the market's just going up. It actually can be very difficult sometimes. The next thing that I want to tell you is a lot of people have a hard time taking trades after a cycle of down for a very long time. And that's kind of what we experienced in 2023 is that in my mind, when I think about things, I thought the market was pretty hard this year. Um, it wasn't easy. There's a lot of noise out there. But what I do like to do, and as you all know, I work for Simpler and Simpler Trading, but I still keep my alerts going to a Discord channel that only I have access to. Okay, and Melissa, and then our developer. But other than that, the reason why I keep them going here is because it's so easy to scroll through and you get a good glimpse of how our month went or day went or year. So these are not archived or anything like that. They're in here so that I can just take a quick view. And if you didn't know, these come straight from my API. So as soon as I take a trade, it's sent here in milliseconds. As soon as I trim, it's sent here in milliseconds. If I'm stopped out, it's sent there. If I let something go to zero, it basically, if you see an entry and it's never closed, that means it went to zero. All I can say though is November, I just went back this morning and was like, man, I have to record this. There are a lot of winners in here. And I'm scrolling from November 1st all the way down, and you guys can see it lets you know. It's positive. You can see it's blue. There's no minus sign or anything like that. And I do equity, I do options, and I do futures. Now, there's no future trades in here because the API is not behind Thinkorswim for futures, but I'm just going to scroll through here for a few minutes and you guys will see there are a lot of winners. There's SPX winners, there's butterflies, there's spreads, there's directional, there's equity. Anytime you see something like this is an equity position. That's letting you know, hey, if I got in at 100 and I sold at $105.72, I made $5.72. But you can just kind of go through here. I love doing debit spreads through earnings. Those pay out very nicely as well. But just kind of look through here and you get an idea. We're only into November 2nd. Another question that we get a lot of times is like, how many trades do you guys take? I would say, when the market's trending, probably anywhere between 3 to 5 trades a day, sometimes 1 to 3, but I feel like it's a healthy amount. Especially if you're a trader. I'm not an investor per se. I'm teaching how to trade. If you want like investment advice, I think you should go to a financial advisor and a broker. For me, though, I'm just teaching technicals, how to trade our system, the trendy methodology. I am the creator of that, and I love to teach it. But as you can see, we're going to keep scrolling down here. We're only on the 2nd of November, and we just have a ton of winners here. I noticed a couple losers there. Not yet, but pretty small losses here and there. I'm gonna keep going through here. All right, here's 63% on Melissa's AMD. And see, it shows, that's the cool thing, is it shows losers as well. And another cool thing is when I'm going through here and looking at these, I'll be like, man, if I would have just held on to that trade, some of these were like long-term trades that I didn't hold on to. You can see DDOG. This was a beautiful one. This was into earnings. I play the call and the put side with debit spreads using supply and demand. and the idea is that we make more money on one of the sides than the other. AMD, another loss. It looks like, I could tell already with Melissa with AMD, probably not a great option to trade this month so far. And just moving on down. A lot of winners, though. We're seeing a lot more blue than we are red, that's for sure. Coming on down here. And let's see, Amazon and Savannah. SPY, and QQQ, and back to winning more and more. Let's see, I've done pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even want to look at what my win rate was for this month, but man, I say ever since I've gone to Orlando, it just really opened my eyes to just stick to my process and not, you know, buy into the hype of news and what other opinions are and just stick to what I know. Um, Moving in here, still seeing wins. You guys can see there's a ton of wins here. Still going. Where are we? November 15th. Nice. Nice Walmart trade. A lot of 200 and 188% in here. Those are some of those earning trades with the debit spreads. But overall, really nice month so far. And my point of doing this is just to show you that, very transparent here. But at the same time, I don't like to sit here and say that trading's easy. I don't think it's easy at all. I say that my alerts, the reason why I share my API alerts is for proof of concept, that what I teach is what I do. In no way do I say you're going to be profitable. That doesn't even mean that I'll end up being profitable. My point is to show you that I do what I say, and what I teach is what I do. All right. And so, not I don't know of anybody else that sends out API alerts other than myself. Myself, I've asked plenty of people if they would, and I say people, other services, if they would do API alerts, and everybody turns us down, turned me down back in the day. This was a great Tesla trade as well. And the reason why they turn you down is because they don't want you to see everything they're trading. So a lot of people cherry pick. They just kind of give you the trades they want to give you. And so you can't see in the background all the other trades they're losing. So this is my sure way of holding myself accountable. So, anyways, I just want to share that with you. I appreciate you folks. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And if you're with a service and you'd like to get API alerts, reach on out.